guys, so after yesterday's sobering video showing some extreme versions of sun damage, today I have a little bit lighter video, actually just a little bit of a No BS Beauty Bulletin with a few new news things and just some random things I've been thinking about and reading about. So I think I'll start at the top with beauty boxes, subscription boxes. That model became very popular and really during the pandemic, exploded with popularity. People didn't want to have to go out. They want to get their products and surprises shipped to them, and they really became more popular than they ever had been. However, recently, it seems to me and some others like the industry is kind of dying down. Recently, BoxyCharm added a service fee because shipping is becoming so expensive and the supply chain is broken. So boxes just that used to be super popular aren't getting the amount of subscribers they used to. They're having really low cuts in some places. And a lot of brands just buy crap from Alibaba and places like that and just resell it, even though it's just. And a lot of brands that have super expensive brands featured, like 111 Skin comes to mind, where their products are $200. They just manufacture it somewhere else, and then it's not worth that price. And then it's usually made somewhere else, like overseas, like China, which it doesn't necessarily mean it's bad, but they're cutting down costs. So some of these more advantageous brands or more prestige brands are kind of selling their name out. So it's interesting. So they were really getting popular. Now it seems like they're dying down. Dermstore bought, the Hut Group bought Derm Storage, had a very popular box, the Beauty Fix subscription. They just turned that into kind of a terrible box. Not as good as what it used to be. It still works for a lot of people. It's still great for people that are getting new into skincare and try and think new things out. But Birchbox, they are really going down in popularity, it seems like. And then I think Ipsy got bought by BoxyCharm. I think BoxyCharm got bought by Ipsy. So, and then just a lot of other littler boxes seem to be fading away. So it's kind of interesting. Leave your thoughts below. It's kind of interesting how they were doing so good 2 years ago, and now costs and everything else just don't make it as feasible. Interesting thing I saw a couple of weeks ago on Reddit, a Beautypedia site, which used to have a review site, which was owned by Paula's Choice. They started Beautypedia as independent review site. They split from Paula's Choice, but still Paula's Choice products on that site got mostly 5 out of 5 stars compared to other brands. They've totally just disbanded it, and now it features an ingredient lookup site as opposed to what it was a review site. So the reviews, they've taken them all down, and now it's an ingredient lookup site like Insidecoder or Skin Charisma or COS DNA. It's just, I tested it out this morning. It's not very good. Maybe they're working on it, but it just doesn't recognize a lot of ingredients that other ingredient lookup sites used to. It's very easy to use with them. Insidecoder is the easiest one to use. So kind of interesting. They were accused of being too in the bag for Paula's Choice and things like that, even though they split in half. And I don't know if it's really totally independent or not. But anyway, so it's kind of interesting to see that they've totally disbanded that, got rid of it, and now are doing something that a lot of other sites do. And a lot of other sites do pretty good. Anyway, so that was kind of interesting. Another thing I learned last week was the brand L'Occitane, which are pretty expensive, pretty fragranced. They do have a shower almond oil cleanser, which was wonderful, that I loved. Although I learned that L'Occitane now has an MLM component to their brand. So I don't have a lot of their stuff anyway. I kind of got over it because it's expensive. I did love that shower almond gel oil, but not enough to support an MLM any day of the week. So I thought that was interesting. I had no idea about it, so I'm guessing some of you probably don't know about it. I know a lot of you guys have strong opinions on MLMs. I will say, so I'm a member of this Nextdoor website, which locates people in the same community area, and it's just a forum to post hey, I lost my dog, or I found this dog. Does anybody know who this is? Or what's going on? Is there an accident there? I just noticed over the last couple of days, it's been flooded with Mary Kay people. Flooded, multiple posts on it. Usually was there 15, 20 different posts a day? I just noticed 4 or 5 within the last day. So keep your eye up. I really wanted to post something to them, but I didn't. I held back because it's probably not the proper decorum or whatever to do. But anyway, because they're just trying to sell and make a living, and most of them won't. So they're already at a disadvantage. Okay, another interesting thing, the Amore Pacific brand, Asian beauty brand that owns, what do they own? I can't think of it off the top of my head. They've got a huge brand. Very expensive products. Their most popular product is probably their single vintage essence, which is very expensive, $100 for a green tea essence. They just purchased the Tata Harper skincare brand. I did not see the price listed anywhere, so I'm guessing they spent a lot of money on it. I still don't know how that Tata Harper brand exists. I just don't understand. $300 for an eye cream that's full of like lavender extract, rosemary extract, thyme I don't know, whatever. I could probably use an Italian seasoning blend and make the same thing for like 20 cents. But anyway, I'll reserve my judgment because maybe they have something that someone loves. So they purchased that brand. Interesting thing, Michael Strahan, who is a big-time football player here in the U.S., football as in like not soccer, I guess. And he's now a host on, I think, like Live with Kelly Ripa or Regis. Kathy Lee and Regis, whatever. I think it's that show. Or maybe it's like Good Morning America now. Okay, whatever. Anyway, he's releasing a skincare brand called Daily Defense because he was a defense player. So that will be interesting. I don't know. There's a lot of men's brands, and a lot of them just, even like David Beckham's brand, they just don't quite seem to quite catch on. I really like the Menly brand, Menly. I don't think it exists anymore, but that stuff was awesome, and I loved it. So it'll be interesting to see if his brand fares any better. I think everyone always thinks, if I do it, it'll be different, it'll be better, and it'll work. So we'll see. Elizabeth Arden brand will be debuting at Ulta. They're like a big Macy's, Nordstrom, store brand. So that'll be interesting to see. Paula's Choice price had a price increase. So keep your eyes open for that. I guess a lot of brands are increasing their prices. So just FYI, if you're looking to buy something, they frequently have sales. So check them out, but do a little bit of research first. Anyway, so my other thing I was kind of thinking about was asking you guys what your most overrated influencer recommendations, other than anything I recommended. Just kidding. You can say that. I know like Beauty Pie, they seem to have a huge campaign going on right now. So like every video from any influencer is about Beauty Pie. Functional Beauty Hair Care is another huge one. Neutrogena seems to get a lot of love. I don't hate them, but not a crazy Neutrogena fan. But anyway, and then just a few forgotten influencers that have kind of went by the wayside this year. Jeffree Star, James Charles, I don't know, they just kind of faded away. So, which might be a good thing in some ways. So anyway, interested in from you guys. Any news, anything like that, or your favorite worst overrated influencer recommendations? Leave a comment. Love hearing from you guys. And stay tuned for more tomorrow. Thank you so much. Bye, guys.